Sometimes you don't recognize how far you've come until you take a second to pause.
I'm proud of you.
You're proud of me?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go! Let's go!
In 2013, my parents got divorced unexpectedly, resulting in my mom leaving for Korea overnight without ever saying goodbye. I struggled mentally and held a lot of resentment. My dad did his very best, but we had our worst years financially. We had to sell our childhood home, and we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment where my brother and I shared one room, my sister took the other, and my dad slept on the living room floor. To be honest, I was embarrassed, so I didn't tell anybody. I struggled alone and saw a lot of things that teenagers should never, ever have to see. Until I finally said enough was enough. I took accountability. I worked on my mental, physical, and spiritual health. I cut out all distractions and worked tirelessly. There were so many late nights and early mornings in which I would sit on the corner of my bed thinking, why was I doing any of this? Because it was so hard. But it would always boil down to the fact that I had an opportunity to one day take care of my family so that they would never, ever have to struggle again. Fast forward, and I'm being flown out business class to Tokyo, Japan, where I will be on the biggest stage in the tallest building, entrusted with making a decision that would impact the lives of 40 different teams from 40 different countries.
Hi, so nice to meet you. I'm June. You were absolutely killing it. And I brought the Learning System book. They always ask, like, hey, why did you partake in this? And there's a selfless reason to be able to help as many people as possible, but a selfish reason, you guys are so impressive.
This is a story of how my dreams came true. To be honest, I was so incredibly nervous and filled with imposter syndrome ever since the moment I got this email. I was being invited to the Red Bull Basement World Finals in Japan.
We're here for a secret project that I've been keeping under wraps for some time now. Red Bull Basement is a globally recognized competition for the newest and best entrepreneurs and their startups. And guess what? I am the newest judge for the Red Bull Basement World Final being held here in Tokyo, Japan.
This was such a huge opportunity for me, but how could I not be nervous in a situation like this? I went from broke and lost kid to suddenly being sat next to world-class entrepreneurs and professionals who are the best at what they do. First, meet Hans, who oversees Microsoft for startups, a global team dedicated to making startup founders successful. Meet Ryan, head of AMD's content strategy for their series targeting global tech professionals. Meet Leticia, who leads investments in the fintech sector at Plug and Play, one of the largest venture capital firms. Meet Molly, a 29 times world medalist for high diving, and me, the youngest, who just turned 24 a week prior. True story, when I first got picked up by Red Bull Japan's team at the airport, the first question they had asked me was my birth date because of some documentation that they had to fill out for me. And when I told them my age, they looked at me and said, 24? You're 24 and you're the judge of the global business competition for Red Bull? That's when I knew that I was a little bit in over my head, but that really did happen, and that definitely made me very nervous from the get-go, even more so. And all of us judges were given one massive homework: review 40 business plans, rank them, and prepare questions.
I've gone through now 5 different business model canvases, and there are aspects to it that are impressive, but I'm here to judge and provide as much critical advice as possible so that they can iterate and do better. Some of the aspects that I'm really looking for that I've yet to see, especially if you're a medical device, I need to see compliance, right? I'm very familiar with that world, and you're talking about FDA and different classes. You're talking about the need for patient confidentiality, especially if you're trying to integrate AI into it. How are you doing that? Another aspect is unique selling propositions, right? Or value propositions in general need to be really good. Some of these apps and some of these even products that are physical are trying to compete with some of the big names out there, right? Like Apple, like Google. And how are you going to ensure that somebody doesn't just come and take your idea in a heartbeat, in 1 year's time, your entire value proposition is out the window? And so there needs to be something, instead of saying it's just powered by AI, you need to tell me what that is, right? You need to let me know, is there something in the refinement of the data that makes it unique? Those are the things that I'm looking for that I haven't yet seen yet, but So far, this is fun. It's fun to see these a little bit more in detail.
The judges then met up at Red Bull's headquarters in Tokyo, where we compared our rankings and we had an opportunity to defend our picks. I was given the title Expert of Scalability and Growth and spoke from my biomedical engineering background alongside my experience with digitally native products.
From a selfish perspective, this is so cool. I mean, going and traveling and meeting everyone like these caliber individuals has been a lot of fun. I've been drinking probably more Red Bull than I've been drinking water, so my heart's through the roof. So Leticia is one of the judges in which I've gotten a chance to know. She's amazing. She's been in the investment space. Just in general, like what is one weakness or maybe a few that you have seen?
I think like something that is in a way easier for them to check, especially like at their age and being in school and so on, is actually understanding the competitors, but also like the need from the market. Not every student will pay for an app, right? But maybe there's another distribution channel that they could go through, maybe the universities, or if it's like through companies and offer it as an employee benefit or something like that.
Immediately after, I was invited to do my very first podcast where I shared about my journey as an entrepreneur alongside the power of personal branding and what I was most looking forward to in regards to the Red Bull Basement World Finals event. As you can imagine, this felt like a blur. Seriously, it was constant and nonstop. I was being pulled from one event to another. I was constantly meeting new people. I was barely sleeping and was on way too many cans of Red Bull. But this is because I like to do my very best whenever I'm doing something. And because of that, and because of how great the Red Bull staff was and how awesome the participants were, I was just trying to do right by the event. And that meant that I was pushing as hard as I possibly could.
Guys, welcome to another episode on the Tokyo tour. Today I'm joined by a Calvin Klein underwear model.
Oh man.
Like even when we were putting the lapel mics in, baby all started
goodness.
and everything, and it was just like,
That's probably the kindest introductions that I've had, so thank you so much.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. Like usually I'm like the buffest guy in the room and stuff when I come
You
in there.
are
And
the
then
buffest
you
in the room.
There was these people throwing petals that like behind you.
There's this great quote too that I saw where on days that you have 20% and you give 20%, you gave your 100%. You know what I'm saying, right? It's a lovely thing. It's a lovely sentiment that we often don't hear. Sometimes we hear that you're not pushing 150% every single day, then there's something wrong with you. I have now seen so much of social media because my business is on it, my life is on it, I'm constantly consuming it, that I recognize that everything is eye candy. What I mean by that is if you're doing podcasting, you believe in it, and absolutely you should. It's changed your life. So of course you're gonna talk about how podcasting is such a great medium. Yeah. The person that's doing drop shipping is probably doing that out of the goodness of their heart and saying that, yeah, that is the way that you should do it. But when you are somebody that's 18, impressionable, and you're looking at 40,000 different people telling you 40,000 different things that are really important for you, it's eye candy.
Kareem, can you draw me up an exclusive contract? Podcast when he does podcast.
Oh, I love it.
Sign him up now. Just while he's on a roll, bro. He's in a different country. He's not sure what he's done.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, first podcast completed. Oh my goodness, he's doing this again.
I'm just trying to. It's hard. It's hard, dude. When someone is like a model, dude, and I'm sitting here like I got like bad facial hair.
Oh my gosh, you're out of your mind.
What a beautiful episode. One of my favorites that I've done so far.
Seriously. But the stakes definitely didn't stop there. In fact, now for the decision that would ultimately change the lives of 40 different teams. Today is the day. It's the day in which one team's lives are going to be changed forever. We are going to be deciding the winner on the biggest stage there is in Japan, right in the center of Tokyo. I'm so excited. And I'm actually taking this really seriously because these individuals have poured so much into it. I've been going up and down these elevators, and a lot of us are staying in the same hotel. I see these individuals with Red Bull in hand, pizzas in the other, and they're working their tails off at 2, 3 a.m. So I want to pour my very best self. I'm going to speak to every single team possible, give them all the best chance possible to win, and I'll hopefully be able to help them in some capacity. But today is going to be an incredibly special day, and I cannot wait for it to get started.
This is the craziest thing that I've ever been a part of. I'm terrified of heights, but because of how high we are, it doesn't feel real. Like, I'm not scared at all. I just captured it and putting on my story right now. The fact that there's not a single building that is taller than us is actually ridiculous.
Thank you for coming earlier. So now we will have a quick rehearsal on the panel talk with Sam.
I always think if someone can stop me in my tracks and make me listen, that's what you did. And that was just in rehearsal. Like, you were spitting lyrical, like poetic.
I got the approval by Ian himself. That means that I'm doing something right. I mean, the way that you're going to make us feel comfortable, that's what I have confidence in.
Yeah.
You're a pro's pro.
Thank you, bro. And then we got to make the guys feel comfortable.
Yeah, I know. And I feel like if we're a nervous wreck or anything, it's going to feed into them. So as long as we're confident, I think that hopefully we can instill that belief in them. Are we ready for this? It's going to be so exciting. Let's go! Let's go! Come on! After spending most of 2 full days reviewing business plans, I now had 2 hours to speak to 40 different teams. This was so that I could rank my top 10 selection, and these individuals would be the ones to move on to the final stage. I imagined this moment to be pure excitement, but when you looked into the eyes of these participants, you could tell how much this meant to them. All the anxiety, adrenaline, and anticipation that they experienced from traveling to a completely new country all alone was about to boil down to this moment. They took a chance on themselves, and it was up to me to ensure that they were getting the most out of that chance. I desperately wanted to do right by them, so no pressure, right? You're gonna kill it. I want to come to you first because I truly love your idea.
Over 200 million people worldwide face uncorrectable visual impairments.
Absolutely. I think that when you think about real estate, you think about how expensive it is.
Aquamind is a smart shower head that learns your water habits using AI.
Tell me how, in regards to the competition, where you see yourself. I'm so happy that you've actually gone about doing a minimal viable product and executing on top of it. I can't wait to see the impact that you make on people. You are exceptional, and I'm so happy for all your success. I just have to update like the 15 scores, but I have to make sure I get this done in 5 minutes. Hi.
We heard that you're a biomedical engineer.
Yes. Oh, yes, biomedical engineer back.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go. All right, okay, let's do it. Talk to me about regulation. Talk to me about FDA. Talk to me about classes. I think if you do this right, you have really good value to provide, and it's a unique market.
Brazil, we are from Brazil. We lost so many brilliant people.
And what is regarding the population too much of it targeted, and I would assume it needs to rain a lot. So which area? See, oh man. Oh, heartbeats, I did see. And in the blink of an eye, the timer sounded off. This was unbelievably chaotic. I was being pulled in every direction because teams wanted to pitch again or ask questions or take photos, and I wanted to give everyone my undivided attention, while also in the back of my mind knowing that there was a restriction on the time, so I wanted to get to everyone too. If I could, I would have stayed there hours, to the point that Lorene from the Red Bull team, true story by the way, had to be the bad person in the situation, get me out of the chaos. And on the escalator up, she made a comment that went along the lines of, if we ever do this again, we need to tie a red balloon to June so we know where he's at all times. At this point, all the other judges were in the back room like they were supposed to be, and I was still out there speaking to everyone. So for that, I am sorry, Lorene and the Red Bull team. Okay, so basically, I'm being rushed. I think I might be the last judge. I don't know if you guys saw me getting pulled, but it is really hard to say no. So right now, I'm refining my scores and submitting it, and hopefully the judges and I have kind of come to a consensus soon.
So many of you have just killer ideas. And remember, if you don't make it here, your idea doesn't finish here. It's just the very beginning. Are we ready for me to reveal the top 10?
And the final 10 were Max from Sweden, Aldrins from the Philippines, Nadine and Norin from Egypt, both Andreas from Italy, Matthias from Czech Republic, Sophie and Isabella from Australia, Emily from New Zealand, Bram from Netherlands, Sophia from Germany, and both O'Sheens from Ireland. Bittersweet is the perfect word to describe this moment because on one hand, it was amazing to see the top 10 celebrate, but on the other hand, it was devastating to know how hard the others worked but weren't able to move on to the next round.
Are you crying? Hey, you can't be started.
I'm so emotional.
I'm like, you do this?
They're so sad. They're like so emotional.
I don't even know how to react, to be honest. Obviously super ecstatic for the individuals that made it through, that were our top choices, and obviously disappointed for some of the individuals that we had strong belief in that didn't make it through. It is what it is. It's part of the process, and we'll have a good final event for sure.
You see them go from like an idea and like refine it. We see them learning and growing, and then now it has to end somewhere. But I guess the thing that like makes me like happy and like I almost got like a little bit of tingles is this really is just the start of their journey. It's like I see the ones that weren't in the top 10 and they're out there, and it's just going to drive them that much harder. They're going to grow from here even faster. So, I'm really hopeful for them as well.
It's weird because you feel so bad for the others, but we have to have such a quick flip of mind because the main event's soon, and we obviously want to make that the best that it could possibly be, and the top 10 deserve to be there. So I think what will be best, I think will help me sleep at night if I could go down there and just speak to as many of them as I can and give them a word of encouragement, give them contact information so that they have access to me and my resources after this all. I just really want to say from the bottom of my heart that you guys had impressed all of us, and you've made such an impact on the actual judges. When Ian had gone up there and he said the idea that, although you might not be in the top 10 selection, that your business doesn't die here, what he was trying to say is, from the judge's perspective, we're doing everything that we possibly can to hopefully provide you the resources in addition to what Red Bull provides you already. I would love to be able to personally kind of assist you if you have any questions and everything. What if I just give it to one person, if you guys can all copy it, it might be a good idea.
All of this was incredibly emotional, as you can see, but there was no time to waste because now the doors were opening for over 300 people to watch the top 10 pitches. This included top representatives from Microsoft, AMD, along with investment groups. By the way, this stage and venue was simply insane because it was the tallest building. When you're standing on stage, you're overseeing the entire city.
I want you to make some noise for Molly, for Hans, for Letitia, for Jun, and for Ryan. Ultimately, they'll be making the big decision when it's all said and done. Enjoy, and lovely to see you guys.
What is it that you're looking for? What's the perfect pitch for you guys?
I love that. And Sam, I actually think that you and I are in agreement here. I really think that storytelling is so incredibly important when you're building out a brand. And you have done an incredible job in terms of coaching them because the pitches were fantastic. All of you guys did such an incredible job out there. And I think it's the conviction. And when you think about what builds a good story, you think about the message that it can deliver along with the audience that you're targeting. And you guys have done such a fantastic job of that. And I can't wait to see more of that from you guys. So you absolutely belong here. And I think you can do an incredible job and have that belief because you're here for a reason. You absolutely do belong. I think that confidence takes you a really far way. And I think that becomes discounted, but there's a great message that says that confidence is having an undeniable stack of proof that you are exactly who you say that you are. And you guys have done that here today. And seriously, obviously you guys have as well. But the idea that you are the cream of the top, but in this competition, that makes you the cream of the top, right? There are things that you guys have done that people only dream of doing at your age. That type of confidence will last. And I truly believe, and according to the analogy you guys saw from Han, there's a lot of ups and downs, but in the downs, that's, I think, where the confidence resides for a founder to continuously pursue the thing that they've been seeking after. And so remember this moment, right? I hope that you're capturing, I hope you take a look around, you realize that there are, I don't know how many people are in here, but 200 plus, 100 plus, but they're here for you, and you've made a large impact on them, and you've made a large impact on us from the judge's perspective. Have that confidence anytime that struggle is coming your way, because it absolutely will.
Thank you very much.
All of us are high-performing macro athletes.
tell me about something in regards to your content strategy. I know that I had gone and done a quick little interview with you, and you're so comfortable on camera. I think you do an excellent job of it. Do you plan on doing content for Cognitive Eye? Can you speak a little bit to what you plan to do?
The athletes quit their career because they never learned how to deal with failure.
With the hotel industry contributing 150 billion tons of plastic,
it fails to create an authentic connection, something that really lasts. Welcome to Eventually.
So you wake up, your weather is nice, and you feel good. Instinctively, you reach for your phone.
Let me tell you one thing. Filipinos love rice. It's our staple food. They face 3 risks in particular: crop diseases, heat waves, weather-induced, and pest infestation.
Once all of the judges' scores were in, we went into the back room, met up with Red Bull's team, and cemented the final winner.
You guys did such a good job.
It was hard, Ian. It was hard.
We then came back out, and Ian got the envelope and made his announcement.
All right, this is it. Months of hard work, so much sacrifice, big ideas. And I just want to say, before I announce the winner here, like these guys have already said, you are all winners. And no matter what happens here, your journey and your idea should long continue. And the winner is, from the Philippines,
giving me a chance, for taking a chance on me and everyone here, because I share this with not only for myself, but for the 40 other people that are here today for beating us tonight.
Not believe how good they were. They were so good on every level. That was insane. We were just talking about how Red Bull's got to bring us back because I want to do that over again, right?
Thanks. Seriously, the greatest honor, Ian. I genuinely, I keep telling everyone this. I cannot believe I've met you and you've completely changed in regards to my thoughts, the perspective, the energy, everything. I'm so appreciative that I've met you, man.
Yes, yeah. I actually mean this too. From the moment we started talking, the vibes there. You don't get it with everybody. Dude,
no, you don't. Not at all.
It's that connect.
And I felt it with you so much.
Me too, man.
I'm so happy that you felt the same because I was I really hope that he also thinks the same.
No, I do. I hope we see each other more, man.
No, I mean, I have to. There has not been a cooler event that I've ever been a part of. Red Bull, thank you so much. I hope we can run it back again next year or something along the likes because I've had the best time ever. And now apparently there's a party and an after party and an after party and then after party. And I think we're all ready to kind of celebrate the wins from this entire trip.
봤어 지금.
어때?
아까 멋있어. beautiful. 뭐라 그래야 되지? 그 할리우드 무슨 무비 찍으라는 영화면 무비스타 같아.
무비스타 같아? 근데 진짜 이렇게 보니까 너무 신기해. 내가 지금 학교 바로 졸업했는데 이젠 레드불 같이 일하고 터키에서 가서 그런 큰 일하고 이젠 유튜브 다큐멘터리 무비 같은 것들로 이제 만들잖아.
그러니까 너무 멋있어. I'm proud of you.
You're proud of me?
Yeah, of course. 야 정말 아빠가 이렇게 가슴이 이렇게 뭐라 그러지 벅차다 그러나? 내가 기분이 엄청 좋은데 너는 얼마나 좋겠냐. 아빠도 좋은데.
To the Red Bull team, thank you so much from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you for entrusting me, taking a chance on me for such an important role like this one. The impact that was made on the participants, all the attendees, me directly, and as you just saw, my dad as well. It couldn't have happened without the hard work of all of you behind the scenes. You guys were so professional and so kind to me, so thank you. And to everyone else that's watching, I hope that this video could be a source of inspiration, a source of fuel, because although that this may be my story and my dream, I know that you can do even better than I have done in this experience. I know that you can, and I know that it takes a level of courage to take a chance on yourself. But if you can't conjure up that courage in this moment, I hope that you can take the confidence that I have in you. I fully believe in you. I know that you can do this. I know you will have tremendous success, and I'm so excited to be able to see you at the top. If you have any questions or you just simply enjoyed this style of vlog, please let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe. With that being said, guys, please take care of yourselves. I love you guys so much.